Hello everyone, I'm Deb Courtney. Welcome to my channel today. I'm so glad you're here today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I sure hope you will. If you know of anybody that could benefit from the topics that I discuss, they're very brief. Don't go into a long amount of time. But by all means, tell them about this. Subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up. If you have a comment, write it down below in the comment section. I always like to hear from the people that are subscribed to me or the people that stop by and listen, just to give me whatever's on their mind. If there's a topic that you would like to discuss or have me to talk about, by all means, let me know that also, and I'd be more than happy to do that. I'm going to be mixing up my channel. As a matter of fact, my channel is a year old today, and so I'm looking forward to experimenting some more with my channel and doing some things that I haven't done this past year. So anyways, be looking forward to that. So I've been on a topic about closed doors. I kind of took a break from what I had been discussing in the past, the way those topics were going, and I thought, you know what, there is a lot that has to do with closed doors and how we do that and how to do that. So I thought, well, this might be insightful for some folks. So that's what I've been doing. Today, like I promised, it has to do with closed doors, close every door with courage. And what I had written down is just a few nuggets here. It is not always easy to close a door that needs to be closed. And that is very true. It depends upon what's going on. But if you're the one that needs to close the door because someone is violating you, they're abusing you, whether it be mentally or physically, and that door needs to be closed in regards to that individual, and you're looking for a way on how that would work for you in that environment, then know that I understand that also. There have been doors that I've had to close that was really not easy to close. And sometimes you have to close the door little by little, inch by inch. Yeah, there are some doors that you can just slam shut, boom, and you've closed them. But there are some doors in regards to some instances that they have to be closed. You need for them to be closed, but you have to close them little by little. And so there's nothing wrong with that. You know in your own circumstance what steps that needs to be taken in order to close that door. And after you have done your due diligence in thinking about it, in talking about it with people that you're comfortable with, and letting them helping or talking with you, or to have a discussion in regards to this, you've heard me say in the past, there is wisdom in a counselor of many. And what I mean by that is talking whatever situation you have over with different people, getting their perspective, because they could give you some idea that you hadn't thought about. And so that is very good wisdom to do that. I do that. And so sometimes doors have to be closed step by step by step. Some doors is closed as, you're just done with a situation. Maybe it's a job has ended, a contract has ended, and you finished the project, and so that's finished, that's closed. And so you walk away from that with a win-win situation. The client was happy with your job, you were happy with it, and then you go on. Some doors are harder to close, especially with relationships. And so sometimes those doors take a while, and you can't. And sometimes, like I said, it's on a case by case basis. So another point I wrote down was this: so closing that door requires uncommon courage to face the future without that person. And this here little nugget that I wrote here has to do with an individual. You may be married and a divorce, a separation and a divorce is inevitable, could be. So it takes courage to close the door. And sometimes, if you're in an abusive situation, whether it's emotional or physical, I've kind of experienced both. You have to, sometimes it seems like it's easier just to hang on and just to pretend and go through the motions because it's a lot easier. But it really does take, like I said, uncommon courage for an individual to face a future, an unknown future. What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Those types of questions coming at you when, hey, the mortgage is still coming due, the power still, that meter keeps turning day and night, night and day, and on and on and on. Also, what could make it, if children are involved, someone else other than yourself involved, and how all that's going to look. So it does take uncommon courage to face the future without that person in your life that you thought would always be in your life. And for whatever reason, they're not going to be. So if you can, sometimes it's not doable, because I'm going to tell you why it's not doable. And that's the next point that I've got, has to do with sudden death. Some doors close with a sudden death. Now, most of you, if you don't know my story as far as my husband's sickness with cancer and his inevitable suicide, then that was sudden. Go back and, by all means, go back and look at those videos in regards to suicide that I did last year. But yeah, but you know what? I still had to come with courage. Basically, every day we are all on what I call the come line. You have to show up. You have to come with it. You have to show up. You have to be present to do what needs to be done in your life every day for you to be the individual that you have declared yourself to be, or that you're going to be. Promises that you've made to yourself. So you have to show up every day to get that job done. And sometimes a sudden death is that's a door that you didn't ask for, but it closed. And so somehow, and only God knows how, most of the time, how you're going to face every day with courage and putting one foot in front of the other and going and getting it done. There's a phrase around the South that says "get her done." Yeah. So, if possible, there's a door in your life that's closing. Like I said, a sudden death a suicide would not be something like that, but close every door that needs to be closed with courage, if you can. You know what? It took me a while to really not to there's a lot of people that are, such as myself, a widow. We're running all the time because we have that instinct takes over, and it's no different than a single person. We're thrown into singleness all of a sudden, whether it be through a suicide or just by an actual passing away of a person, or even through a divorce. That we find ourselves that we need to have courage. And sometimes courage is hard to muster. But it can be done. It can't be done so much in our own strength, although we like to think that we are doing this in our own strength. But to really be honest with you, myself personally, my story, I wasn't able to do it within my own strength. I had to have and do have and rely on Almighty God for giving me courage and helping me to have courage day in and day out. I live in the moment. I don't live in the future. I don't live in the past. It's best to live in the moment. And when you live in the moment, in the space and time that you are in right now, courage is easier to come by. Because when you look in the future, you get anxiousness, you get anxiety, and that's not going to work. That's not good for you. So my suggestion is live in the moment with courage, and you will make it. And the next thing you know, you'll look back, and a week's gone by, a month has gone by, a year's gone by, 2 years, 3 years, and like my husband, it's been 6+ years has gone by, and you look back and you think, wow, we've did it, Lord. By the grace of God and your help, we did it. You helped me. And so, yeah. Well, I hope you gleaned something out of this. There are a lot of things in regards to these clothes. These are points and ideas and suggestions just through me personally, what I have gone through and done. But it's really good to know that you stood courageous. You fought Goliath. You fought the Goliath, and you've won in your life with that. You've kept on and on and on, and it's just awesome. So anybody out there that's doing that, I just want to commend you for being courageous, and just God bless you. That's all I can say. Well, the next closed door is closed doors with expectation of promotion. So I'm glad you found me. I'm glad I found you. Go out and make it a great day. Leave me a comment below. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.